Jed Thorp, manager of the Ohio Sierra Club. I don't have a whole lot, I guess, unique to add beyond what you've already heard. As Brian said, the Emergency Planning Community Right to Know Act was passed largely in response to the Bhopal, India disaster. And EPCRA, while probably not as well known as the Clean Air Act or Clean Water Act, is one of the most important environmental laws that we have on the books. And much like the Clean Water Act and Clean Air Act and Federal Safe Drinking Water Act, Ohioans and Americans rely upon these federal laws to give them a basic level of assurance that, one, they can know what's being put out into the air and water in their own communities, and that these laws will provide a basic level of clean air and clean water to protect public health. And what we've seen over the last several years in this situation with the EPCRA petition specifically kind of just highlights a broader issue that this industry is not playing by the same rules as other industries in this country and in this state. Both at the state level and at the federal level, decision makers have written in exemptions to Federal Safe Drinking Water Act, Superfund, EPCRA, and other laws. And we ask, I guess, the industry, I'd ask ODNR, I'd ask the legislature, explain to us, explain to citizens what makes this industry so special, what makes the chemicals that they use so magical that they don't apparently need to comply with the same rules that every other industry in this country has to comply with. The ball is in, I think, the General Assembly's court at this point on this issue specifically to ensure that the fracking industry in Ohio complies as they should with EPCRA, as US EPA has stated in their letter. But beyond that, we call upon the General Assembly and the Governor to take a good, long, hard look at all the laws regulating this industry and ensure that, that the fracking industry is playing by the same rules as everybody else. And going forward, Sierra Club stands with the other groups here today. We will use whatever tools we have at our disposal to ensure that this industry is playing by the same rules as everybody else. And with that, is there anybody? Hand it over.